Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Let's Have a Pint. Today we have Kolsch from Alaskan Brewing Company. It is a German-style Kolsch ale. I think it used to be their summer ale because it says that in the description. The description. Sorry, we're not there yet, are we? Though. It's 5.3% alcohol by volume, which I think was their white ale as well. 18 IBUs, which I think is a couple up from the white ale. 3.49 is the average rating it gets on Untapped. It says, based on the traditional style of Kolsch beer brewed in Kolgen, Germany, Alaskan Summer Ale balances a softly malted palate with the clean fish. Based on the traditional style of Kolsch beer brewed in Kolgen, Germany. Based on the traditional style of Kolsch beer brewed in Kolgen, Germany, Alaskan Summer Ale balances a softly malted palate with the clean freshness of Hallertau hops and the tradition of the style. Neither overpowers the other. Both hops and malt come together to refresh and renew the palate. The straw gold color and easy drinkability are an enjoyable way to celebrate summer. Alaskan Summer Ale is made from glacier-fed water and a generous blend of European and Pacific Northwest hop varieties and premium two-row and specialty malts. Our water originates in the 1,500 square mile Genoa ice field, and from the more more than 90 inches of rainfall Juan receives each year. I know that word. Can't really pronounce it. But this is another one that they brought into state. I gotta say, I'd still prefer to say summer ale, but knowing that that's their summer seasonal makes me happy because I think that they have, for their fall, they don't have an Oktoberfest that I'm aware of, but I'm pretty sure they have a pumpkin ale. Maybe their smoked porter will come out that time of the year too. Yeah, they have pumpkin porter. Ooh, if that's their fall seasonal, I will be super duper happy. If we get that soon, I'm gonna be sorry. I am gonna try. I know pumpkin is very hit or miss with beer people. You either love it or you hate it. I love it, so it's going to be on the channel. Pretty much any pumpkin beer that comes out, I'm going to be getting. I love them. I also want that smoked porter, though. And pumpkin porter. I have had one pumpkin porter. It was pretty good. Anyways, I got technically a wheat glass. I don't know what the hell a Kolsch would go in, to be honest with you. I don't think it matters too much, as long as it's not a big specialty glass. Okay, so for this one, we have tightly laced bubbles. We got about a finger and a half of head. It's not retreating quite as rapidly, but it's retreating more rapidly than most. There's a lot of bubbles coming up. Actually, there's strings of bubbles, so that's kind of cool. But like the last one, it's easy to see through. See, by this point, the other one, the head was gone. Here we still have a finger's worth. And the dissipation is disappearing rapidly, or is slowing down rapidly, is what I should say. But yeah, that gives me hope that we're getting their pumpkin porter. And I really want to try that winter ale. I wonder what their spring. Spring is always more up in the air than any other season. Like summer is typically you're going to see a Whitburn, you're going to see a wheat, you're going to see a Pilsner, something along those lines. I mean, that's a little more up in the air than most seasons. Fall is going to be a little bit darker, as always. It's either going to be an Oktoberfest or it's going to be a pumpkin beer for the most part that you find in the fall. In the winter, it's going to be like a winter warmer, a stout, a porter, something like that, something dark, something heavy. but that's kind of up to. Actually, fall's the only one that's really the most straightforward. Uh, Spring, I do feel like is the most wide open. Feel like I feel like they have an IPA for their spring. Spring is usually a pretty light style too, like a Pilsner, wheat, or Kolsch or something. I actually do not have any clue what their spring seasonal is. Alaskan Brewing Spring Seasonal. We don't really get seasonals from Dogfish. I don't know if Dogfish really does many seasonals, but I know they do a pumpkin beer. And I really, really, really want that. Autumn beers featuring Northwest Coffee Roast. I don't know what that is. Our beer. All the beer. Year round. Amber's year round. White's year round. Obviously. Yeah, it was Smash Galaxy is the other one. I recognize that bottle. Seasonal cranberry tart. Thinking that's their spring. That's touche. That's a good sounding spring. Good looking spring right there. Kolsch in the summer. Spruce IPA. Winter. Oh no! Are they not doing the pumpkin porter anymore? Spruce IPA. Well, I might not be having that. Heritage Coffee Brown Ale. I'll try that shit. Limited edition beers. Imperial Pumpkin Porter. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. Smoke Porter. Maybe they do the Pumpkin Porter. Maybe it's an Imperial Pumpkin Porter and it comes out big bottle series and I might be fucked. Same with the Smoke Porter. Might be fucked. But it's not quite time for those yet, so maybe they're in. Or maybe they get distributed here, but since it's not quite time for those yet, we don't have them. Anyways, heads down, although it doesn't necessarily have to be down like this. I just don't like to fight through a lot of head. And I smell nothing from this, which typical for a Kolsch, not much to flavor or to the nose. It just honestly smells like a crisp beer. I don't get anything out of it that I can distinguish. Nothing flares up. It really is, honestly, an easy drinker. You get a little bit of malt, you get a little bit of hops, no bitterness, some sweetness, but it's very, very balanced. It's right in the middle there. It doesn't shine the malt way, it doesn't shine the hop way, which, again, typical of a Kolsch. With that said, it's a little fuller bodied than like the white ale. Not as much flavor. So it's going to be a little bit slower drinking just because it's a little fuller body. I'm not trying to say there's nothing there because with the fuller body, obviously there's something there. More than the white ale would have. But the white ale had those spices that kick your palate around a little bit. So you taste a little bit more with that. This, I know there is more there in general. It just doesn't really come across in the taste. It comes across more in like the mouthfeel. And it's going to go down super easy, super quick, but not quite like the white. I want to feel like fuck does that mean? The malt is definitely the backbone. The hops are a little more forward, but it's not bitter at all. Of course, German hops typically are not. I don't know if there is one that is. But yeah, it's hop forward, malt backbone. And that malt backbone is what's keeping it from being a quicker drinking beer. Not that, again, it's still going to be quick drinking. It's not something you're going to be drinking for 30 minutes. It's 10 to 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes to push it. But it's a pretty easy drinker. Anyways, a little bit of discussion, not much. Favorite time of the year for me. Oh, sorry, Tiffany, I didn't mean to scare you. No, I didn't mean to scare you. I can't pet you to tell you it's okay, because that would feel like torture for her. But today, I want to say it's the 28th. Yeah, 28th of August. We are 2 days away from the first college football game. My team's coach, his last year's team, is playing in the first game this year. UCF versus Connecticut. 6 p.m. on Thursday. I might not be doing a video that day, but I will be watching football from about 6 p.m. to 9:30. It'll be so glorious to have football back. I will be so fucking excited. I like the NFL, but I love college. If I could honestly sit down and watch every single college game, I would enjoy it. I would. It would be a very enjoyable experience for me. And the next night we have 3 games. We have Utah State and Michigan State, San Diego State, Stanford, and we have Western Kentucky and Wisconsin. So sorry for Western Kentucky. I like Western Kentucky because I use them, or I used to use them when I play the NCAA football games. Just because they were always towards the bottom. Although they've had some decent years recently. They've actually done very good for a newcomer. I think next year will be 10 years in Division 1. Not that they've ever been really good or anything, but they've been ranked. So, and Saturday, they got a good lineup of games. Michigan and Notre Dame will be a good heavyweight fight. So will Virginia Tech and Florida State, Miami and LSU, Washington, Auburn will be a good one. Alright, sorry about the interruption. But I'll only see a little, I might not even see any, well, I'll see a little bit of Michigan State and Notre Dame. But I will not see any of, oh, again, that's on 6, oh, that's on Sunday. We have, so I'll see a little bit of Michigan and Notre Dame, but I won't be finishing that game. I barely see any of it. Is at 7, Nebraska and Akron. Not a big fight, but it's exciting. You know, it'll be our coach's first game. And supposedly they're vastly further along than anybody would have expected. Even Coach Frost didn't think that they'd be as far along as they are, supposedly. But it's exciting. It's very possible. He's got a proven track record. So, anyways, I'm going to sip on this for a little while. Rating for it, I'll probably say, leaning towards a 3.25. Yeah, 3.25. It's not. It's nothing crazy good. Would I buy this one again? No, I've had a lot better Kolsch's. It's okay, but I've had a lot better Kolsch. Well, that's it. Go Big Red. Till next time, Prost.